stories high.
Welcome back to the broadcast. This is a little segment that we like to call He Says, She Says. It's brought to you by the Blue Martini Lounge, your girls' night out destination. Our next guest, though, is an accomplished author and speaker, and he's here to share his thoughts. And basically, he's just awesome. We've all come to know him personally. And he's just
Baylor
the coolest guy. Baylor Barbee, thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so
Lisa and I have gotten the privilege to know you because we work out with you at Energy Fitness, and we endorse spin class together.
Spin class.
And so I think what's been fun about getting to know you is just your story and the way that you think and the way that your mind processes. So kind of walk us through your journey.
My journey, as far as the book or as far as just life?
Life.
well, kind of everything, Baylor, because you were a college athlete.
I was a college athlete, and when you play college athletics, you start to believe what they tell you. You're great. You can do no wrong. Nobody tells you no. I was in a relationship for a long time, and finally, after the spotlights had went off, I had the girl I was dating finally said, I've had enough of it. And here's me with all my ego and everything I had believed myself to be, thinking like, yeah, right, me? You're going to turn, no, me?
You're going to dump me.
You're going to dump me? That's the stupidest thing ever. I'm the best you'll ever do. Well, she walked away, never did, and I'll never forget, one day I looked in the mirror, and I was like, hypothetically speaking, what if, self, you weren't always right? What if you had some flaws? And when I really looked at it, I just crumbled. So I realized, I'm like, what am I doing? Who am I to be treating people like this? And I realized, this is not how you live life. Look what I did to that person. I broke my own heart. And
You broke your own heart, and then you said a while ago the most profound thing. Repeat that.
What I said is, you go through heartbreak and you realize, I don't want to be the one to break hearts. Because if you've truly had a heartbreak and been heartbroken,
know how that feels.
you know how it feels. And as a human being, we're all in this together. It's kind of what we always talk about. Everybody in this life is in it together. And if you know how it feels, that's the one thing you would never wish on your worst enemy.
Did you realize that your ego was not about really how great you were, but that you really did not feel that great?
You know what, and it took me a long time to realize it, but my ego, and all egos, is 100% insecurity.
That's right.
It's not about being great. It's about, if I put on this facade for the world, then maybe they won't realize that I'm empty inside. I'm dead inside.
And it's said that it's not our failures that we fear, it's our successes.
Absolutely.
Because we never think we're really worthy of them.
Absolutely.
So Baylor, talk about this book, because this little book has made a huge splash. This is something that you just decided to self-publish.
Right.
You and your partner who worked on this.
Trent Shelton.
And it sort of exploded, and you got a lot of really great feedback for it. So what's the premise of the book?
We did. Well, we realized we go around the country, speak a lot, and we realize everybody makes mistakes and everybody has failures. Successful people have the ability to use those as stepping stones. However, more people than not take their mistakes and their failures and make a fortress. They make a cocoon. They just hold themselves, captive to their own minds, prison of the mind. And so what this book does, we're not speaking at people, but we're speaking with you. And it's a figurative journey to help you come out from that shell, come out from what you've been hiding from, and really to walk you along the process of leaving that past, those mistakes behind you, and becoming who you can be.
Sometimes a bad past, though, is a great motivator for a good future.
Absolutely, absolutely. And and with the book, you don't necessarily have to have some crazy, horrific past, but the best stories do come out of those that do complete 180s. So, the book really is just...
How did you get that book to sell like that?
We have a good social media following, and I think, more than anything, like I said, we didn't use editors or other, when we did it ourselves, we sat there and, Microsoft Word, typed it ourselves because we wanted to be authentic. So what we realized is people relate to authenticity.
And you really are, and I love following, if y'all aren't following Baylor on Instagram and Twitter and all of those social media outlets, do it, because you post these quotes, and I swear you're like an angel, because they come at a time that I'm like, I needed to hear that so badly. And you really do speak in a very authentic, it's your voice. It's not like I'm reading some inspirational quote book. It's like real talk, and
Right.
I like that.
Thank you. Yeah,
And I also really like the title of your book, See My Heart, Not My Past. In other words, yeah, I went through a lot of stuff. Don't judge me on that. Really see to my heart. But a lot of people have problems showing that, don't they? And men and women are maybe different that way?
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's what we've trying to bridge that gap, because especially as guys, we have this thing called pride. Aside from our egos,
that's what it's called. world.
But that's insecurity.
It is, and it's insecurity. And when we talk to a lot of people, the first thing they want to do is claim and say, it's not me, it's not me. But we try to show people, what I had to learn personally, I was probably the most prideful, egotistical person there was, but there's so much joy on the other side of pride when you look down. I can't tell you, like in the book, I can't tell you what to do, but if there's 10 doors, I've gone down 9 of the wrong ones, and I can tell you that.
And those 9 doors are what brought you to success.
Absolutely, absolutely. Success through failure. It's just using the stepping stones.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Do you get different responses from men than you do from women?
We do. Women, what I love about women is...
Tell us what you love about women.
Well, women will take the book and they like the initiative. Women take initiative. If they decide, hey, I'm going to change, this is it, they make that change. Guys are more, we get more, they hit you underneath, like, hey, man, I appreciate it. They're not as vocal about it.
I feel like guys are probably a little hesitant to, like, buy a self-help book and think, like, I need help. Like, I need someone to tell me what I need to change.
Absolutely. So, the response you hear is generally from women because they take in, they're proud of it, and they're making those changes. And men is more, they're making it, but it's a slow drip. It's not
And you get a lot of comments from guys, like, on your Facebook page and on all of your stuff. I mean,
does forgiveness have a place in this?
It does, and it starts with forgiving yourself. What I had to do, personally, what I encourage everybody else to do is you have to look in the mirror first and say, I'm not anymore who I was. I'm leaving that behind. And when we talk about in the book, you have to burn that bridge between who you were. Because if you burn that bridge, you can't revert back to who you were. And you have to move forward. And
every day we wake up and we have the opportunity to be a new person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, so no matter what you've done, like today, it can change right now. It doesn't have to be, well, next Monday or next month I'm going to start. No, change your life right now.
And if you don't know how, this is how you do it, truly. So many great tips in your book. And so they can get this online, right?
You can get this on Amazon. You can get them on our site, myrehabtime.com or BaylorBarbee.com.
And follow them on Instagram because I love all your quotes. They make me so happy.
Instagram, you're at Baylor Barbee.
And Twitter.
It's Barbee. And you can also check out Baylor's book by going to our website, dthebroadcast.tv. Thanks for being here.
Oh, we love this.
I can see your heart.
Thank you. That's what I want.
Not your past.
No, and he is as sweet as he seems, for sure. So you have to come back.
Oh,
Thank you
we
for
love
being
having
here.
you.
Okay.